Hey, I am Sean Williams. This is assignment number 4 for CS480. Here is my code executing. Alright, first thing you see down here is select user. I'm going to select I'm going to put in the length of 4 with a max of 10, and then I'm going to say 3 names. And you can see here it generated Lou, Saron, and Naphtha. I'm going to say yes to continue. I'm going to select female. Then I'm going to do 5, maximum name of 14, and then I'm going to say 5 names to generate, and these are the 5 names. Um, the minimum length is met, all of them are less than the maximum length. So that is the code executing. And say no. So here's how we generate this code. It's broken down into 4 classes, 4 main classes. I have a model class that actually holds the Markov model. And then I have this model builder, which builds this Markov model. And then I have this random class, which I use to generate the list, frequency distribution list. So I took a slightly more complicated approach. So here's the Markov model builder. Basically, it reads the file, and then it breaks down the names and adds it to a map, a sorted map, so that everything is in order. But once that's done, then it returns the actual model itself. Returns the actual model itself. And this is the model. So the way I use this model is I have a lot of different things set up. So I have a list for boys' name, a list for girls' names, and then I have the total counts. So I get the total counts of all the distributed letters that follow the 2 Markov model order. And then I also have the frequency distribution list, which gets created by this Markov random class. So this is the code. This is what calculates the total counts. And then these methods are used. Here, this is what actually builds the names. So you pass in the gender, the min length, the max length, and the number of names, and it executes this loop until it builds all the names according to the list. There is, the criteria check, which says that it has to be this specific name, right? This specific length has to be greater than the min length and also less than the max length. And then it also cannot exist in the entire name list. So that check is here. Then we have the helper function which actually creates the names. And then let me show you the Markov random class. So this Markov random class basically generates it generates the distribution list. So I know there's a couple of different ways you could do this. You could do it from a purely mathematical perspective. I decided to take this slightly different approach, which was build a frequency distribution. So essentially what this does is it looks at the total counts for every letter that follows the second order Markov model, and then it adds it to a list so that when you go to select it, it will select the correct, it applies a correct distribution. So for example, it's probably best to look at this example. If you scroll back up, this is what my Markov model this is what my Markov random class generates, right? So this is the frequency distribution of YA. YA are the 2 letters, and then these are all the letters that follow it in its distribution. So for example, a name ends with YA only once, a name ends with A only once, but a name ends with N five times. So when I do my random class, math.random, it will select N five times more N will be 5 times more likely to be selected than A or H or T. So that's what the Markov model distribution, Markov random class does. That is about it. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.